Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Sheldon Moore, and I'm going to be soloing today. First topic, we're going to talk about Karl-Anthony Towns' injury. I'm praying for Cat. I hope the torn meniscus in his left knee isn't severe because he has been playing really good, was an all-star this year. So I hope he can get back on the court as soon as possible. But the injury itself is I think is gonna hurt Minnesota. I truly believe it's gonna hurt them. Cat was their second best player and also their second best scorer. When you look at the Timberwolves roster, it's Anthony Edwards, it's Cat, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Jaden McDaniels, though Nas Reed. Like I almost forgot about Nas. Those are your best players. And Cat and Anthony Edwards, they're the only ones that are averaging 20 plus points per game. Everybody else isn't giving you that much production. I'm looking at their stats right now. Anthony Edwards is giving you 26 per game, leading the team. Cat is giving you 22 points per game. Rudy Gobert is giving you 13. Nas Reed, who is really their sixth man coming off the bench, is giving you 13. Mike Conley, I think a lot of people and me, I thought Mike Conley would play a little bit better, like giving you more of a scoring punch in the starting lineup, but he hasn't really. He's been more of like really a traditional type point guard. He's facilitating, kind of really just spot up shooting. So now with Cat out, he's gonna have to do a little bit more. I would say he will have to give me 15 points per game. And I truly believe he can do that. Mike Conley was an all-star before. He was the best player on the Memphis Grizzlies. And now you're gonna ask him to probably be maybe your third scorer, fourth scorer, really. Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels has been really good as a defensive player. Been one of the best defensive players in the league. And I think he's kind of regressed a little bit because his scoring hasn't been that good. I know he missed some time in the middle and early in the year, but I believe Jaden McDaniels can really give you some offense. I think he could be one of the best two-way players in the league. Yes, you are playing with Cat and Anthony Edwards, but at the end of the day, I believe you get your shooting right. You could be able to drive to the hole a little bit more. He's only giving you 10 points per game. I think he can give you at least maybe 16. Well, I think he's gonna have to do that now, and I think he's capable of doing that. I really do. So he's gonna have to step it up. Players on the bench like Nikhil Alexander-Walker, who has been pretty good this year. Kyle Anderson, he's gonna have to step it up. Monty Morris, Shake Milton. Well, Shake Milton is gone. Take that back. Monty Morris, he's going to have to step it up. So it's going to be a next man up mentality. And now we're going to really see Anthony Edwards probably at his best. Like, he's going to have to up it up. He's going to have to up his scoring load. I can see him averaging 30 now. He's going to be the guy now. I mean, he was already the guy with Cat, but now he is the main guy. But now with Cat being gone, we don't know how long his injury is. I don't think he's gonna play through it. But we only got like a month and a week left into the season. Then it's the playoffs. So now Cat not being there, it hurts them, and then they could potentially fall in the standings. Right now, they're tied first with the Timberwolves at 43-19. That's pretty good. I think I didn't expect the Timberwolves to be this high. I thought they would be better than what they was last year. This year is what we thought they was gonna do last year with the Twin Towers. This is what we thought, and they have been really good. I think their defense is gonna be good still because they're ranked number one in defense. They only give up 109 points per game. The problem is going to be their offense. How bad is their offense going to take a hit with Cat being gone? I think it's going to take a tremendous hit. It's gonna go down. They was only averaging 113 points per game. That was only 19th in the league. So you was almost bottom 10 in offense. So that really isn't good. But now, like I said, Anthony Edwards, I'm gonna have to see him take the next step, and then we can see the Timberwolves potentially drop because they really kind of been at the top of the Western Conference all year. They have been, it's been them and OKC flip flopping at 1-2, 1-2. They was at third for a little while, but it's really been 1-2, 1-2. So now they can really go down. I can see the Denver Nuggets passing them. I think some people think the Nuggets are still the team to beat in the West. The Clippers have had their number somewhat this year. They was just in a low scoring battle with them, and that was with Cat playing. So now Clippers could potentially pass them. Maybe New Orleans could potentially pass them. So they can drop to potentially not facing one of the playing teams, but having to face, say, the Clippers, Pelicans, or the Suns in the first round with no Cat. That's gonna be a dog. That's gonna be a tough fight, a tough spot for them. And if they had Cat, I didn't think they would go to the finals. I didn't have that. My floor for them was second round, even with Cat. My floor was them second round, and my ceiling, they could get to the conference finals because of their defense. Their defense has been amazing this year. Number one defense. You got the defensive player year in Rudy Gobert. Anthony Edwards plays good defense. When he really wants to and wants to clap somebody up on defense, he can do it. Jaden McDaniels, same way. Mike Conley, still a decent defender at his old age. They've been good, but like I said, it's that offense. That offense is going to be the problem. And can like Naz Reid, like I said earlier, Naz Reid, he's low key really a 6-man of the year candidate. He's been really good off the bench. And now, are you gonna is the coach gonna put him in the starting lineup, or is he gonna keep him on the bench? Me personally, I will probably still keep him on the bench because you really don't have nobody on the bench that's gonna give you instant offense. So I would still keep Naz Reid on the bench. I would probably start either Nickeil Alexander-Walker or Kyle Anderson, or it just depends on the matchups. You could just put them in you could just flip-flop them. But it's gonna be hard for the Timberwolves. I still think they can, depending on who they play in the first round, if they can stay at the third in the top three somehow, they still got a little lead somewhat. I think they are. Well, they're really only one game, and that's Denver, and 2.5 games above the Clippers. So I think really they're going no lower than 4. I think that's where they're probably going to be. But if they can stay somewhere in the top 3 and face one of those playing teams, I think they'll be okay. But now the expectation is Timberwolves, you're probably gonna lose in the first round, but no one's gonna say, this was a failure of a season. Anthony Edwards can't do it. He wasn't be able to take on whoever they face in the playoffs by himself. Bro, their second best player isn't there. Cat is hurt now. And this is the second year in a row with this Twin Tower lineup that Cat's hurt. The only difference is this just happened today. He tore his meniscus. He didn't tore his meniscus today, but we got the diagnostics today. Last time he tore it, I think he had a torn. No, I don't know if he had a torn meniscus, but he hurt his knee last year, and that was in November. So he missed a whole bunch of time, and I think he came back around this time. I think he came back around this time. So, but he was able to come back, and then we were still able to see a little glimpse of the lineup. And now we saw it this year, really good. But he's hurt. I'm praying that he can come back. He can come back healthy. But I'm not gonna lie, man. It's been a lot of injuries this year to star players. So I hope if he's able to come back, I would say come back to how long are you going to be out, and then if they say nah, bro, you shouldn't come back, just don't come back, man. It's not worth risking your health for this 1 year. I say just sit it out. Yeah, we'll take our losses. It's not good. It sucks. But the Timberwolves, they've done really good this year, and they're only going up from here. They're only going up from here, and all I can do is congratulate them. But it's still a month left in the season, so we don't know what's going to happen. But I'm just praying Karl-Anthony Towns. Hope we get some good news probably later today or tomorrow on his meniscus injury.